The first person to see her glow in the dark did not survive the year. The second disappeared. By the time Mama Nwaka screamed, it was already too late. Come closer, because this is not a story you should hear from far away. My name is Uzo and this is my story. This is the story of the night the river walked into a woman's room. On the night Mama Nwaka began to scream, the river of dream was completely still. No wind, no frogs, no crickets, only silence. The kind of silence that presses against your ears. Then her voice tore through Umuaka. Then
Water! The water is inside my room!
men grabbed lanterns, women tied their wrappers in haste, children cried and clung to door frames. They ran. By the time they reached Mama Nwaka's hut, she was sitting upright on her mat, trembling. "Where is the water?" someone asked. The floor was dry, the walls were dry, the air was dry. Only Mama Nwaka was shaking.
She was here.
The old woman whispered, pointing to the dark corner of the hut.
The woman from the river. Her eyes were glowing.
The men exchanged uneasy looks. What woman? She stood there, and the floor began to flood. I could hear the river breathing. That was the first night Umuaka realized something had crossed from the water into their lives. And by then, it was already too late. Long ago, in the peaceful village of Umuaka, there was a river called the River of Dream. The people of Umuaka feared that river. They respected it. They never fetched water from it at night. They never called its name loudly after sunset. Because the elders always said, the river has ears, the river has eyes. And the river has a king. Deep inside that river lived Ijeh. Ijeh was a mermaid. But no one knew. Every Eke market day before the roosters crowed, she would rise from the water. But no one knew. Every Eke market day before the roosters crowed, she would rise from the water. And as her body touched the air, it would change. Her fishtail would change to 2 smooth legs. Her scales would disappear. Her twisted water form would turn into breathtaking beauty. To human eyes, she was perfect. Her skin glowed like morning light. Her voice was soft and sweet, and when she laughed, men forgot what they were saying. But in the kingdom beneath the river, she was not beautiful. Her true form was bent, strange. But in the kingdom beneath the river, she was not beautiful. Her true form was bent, strange, uneven. One bright Eke morning, I came from a neighboring village to sell my yams. One bright Eke morning, a young man named Uzo came from a neighboring village to sell yams. He was tall, strong, hard-working. Many girls admired him, but he had chosen no wife. One bright Eke morning, I came from a neighboring village to sell my yams. I am tall, strong, hard-working. Many girls admired me, but I had not chosen a wife. That morning, as I arranged my yams neatly in rows, I looked up and saw her, Ijeh. She was standing near the spice sellers. The air around her felt different. As if the world had softened, my heart began to beat fast. I tried to look away. I could not. As if the world had softened, my heart began to beat fast. I tried to look away. I could not. When she left the market, I followed her. Please. She turned slowly. Her eyes were deep, like the river itself. My name is Uzo. I have never seen you before. I would like to know you. Ijeh smiled, and that smile was the beginning of my trouble. I would sit beside her near the path that led toward the river. We would talk until the sky turned orange, until birds flew home. One evening, under a large udala tree, as laughter floated between us, someone was watching. Her back was bent with age, but her eyes were sharp. She had seen many seasons. She had buried friends. She had watched beauty come and beauty destroy. She walked slowly toward us.
My son.
I stood respectfully. Good evening, Mama. Mama Nwaka did not smile at Ijeh.
Uzo, you must be careful.
Mama, you worry too much.
This woman cannot be your wife. She seeks more than what meets the eyes. But for 1 second, her shadow does not follow her like others.
She is just a good woman. Mama Nwaka shook her head.
Not everything that shines is gold.
Then she walked away. That night, she screamed. After that night, Mama Nwaka fell sick. No herbs worked. No prayers held. She would wake shaking, whispering.
The water is rising.
The village began to whisper.
I do not trust that girl. She appears only on Eke Day like a spirit.
A week later, Adezi's husband disappeared while fishing near the River of Dream. His canoe was found. He was not. Fear entered Umuaka. Another woman mocked Ijeh's beauty. Days later, she grew pale and weak. One by one, women who questioned Ijeh faced sorrow. But Uzo refused to see. Love had covered his eyes. Soon, he brought Ijeh home to meet his family. His elder brother Obina was there. Obina was respected, strong, wise, calm. When Obina looked at Ijeh, something inside him felt cold, a warning. But when she smiled at him, the cold vanished. That was when the spell began. Unknown to Uzo, Obina was the real target. Deep beneath the river, in a palace of coral and shadow, the king of the water spirits had spoken.
Bring us a strong man, one whose spirit is powerful.
And Ijeh had chosen Obina. Sulina began to change. He grew weak. He stopped eating. At night, he tossed in sleep. I see water. It is pulling me. He dreamed of a palace under the river. He saw Ijeh sitting beside a dark throne.
Let us visit your people.
Each time he asked her.
Let us visit your people.
In his dream, Obina saw Ijeh beside a dark throne.
Let us visit your people.
Each time he asked her, she would not agree.
Let us visit your people.
My family lives far away. I have no one left.
Her lies were smooth, but danger was growing. One morning, Chike the fisherman went to the River of Dream very early. Chike feared nothing. As he prepared his net, he saw a woman walking toward the water. It was Ijeh. She looked around carefully. Her legs joined together. She looked around carefully. Cheek hid behind his canoe. He watched. She stepped into the river. Her legs joined together. She looked around carefully. Her skin shimmered. Her body twisted. She dived deep. Chike's hands trembled. He ran. He burst into the palace courtyard. He fell to his knees before Igwe Ezemo. "My king!" he cried. "A spirit walks among us." Silence.
We will see.
On the next Decade, guards followed her. They watched her enter the river. They watched her transform. And when she returned, they captured her. She screamed. Her beauty faded. Her face twisted. Her eyes darkened. They dragged her before the king. As she stood there,
Obina gasped.
the weight lifted from
He
him.
collapsed. Who are you?
Ijeh laughed, but her voice was no longer sweet.
I am Ijeh of the River of Dream, servant of the king beneath the waters.
She confessed everything. The sickness, the disappearances, her plan to take Obina forever.
I loved you.
You loved what you saw, she replied coldly.
You will never take another soul from Umuaka.
You were meant to be mine.
They escorted her to the river. Before entering, she turned to Obina.
You were meant to be mine.
I must go.
She disappeared beneath the waves. The village slowly recovered. Obina regained strength. Peace returned to Nwaka. But the lesson remained, and to this day elders still tell the story to young men and women. Beauty can blind. Sweet words can hide danger. And sometimes, the river is not just water. Sometimes it is watching, and on certain nights, when the River of Dream is completely still. Beneath the river, it was total sadness. They felt disappointed because Ijeh failed in her mission. The people of Umuaka do not speak. They listen, just in case. Peace returned like sunlight, with so many lessons to learn.
Follow the Narrative Hub with Paula. Like and share this video. Click the bell so you won't miss a new story.